Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Relevant Topics. Today, we're back with another mystery.
Unsolved mystery.
Unsolved mystery. Al-Khali Salam. So hopefully this brings us lots of views, too. Today, we'll be covering Jennifer Kesse. You may or may not have heard of her. There was a TV show about her. Was it like 30 for 30, or was it they covered her?
Many different. It's very popular.
Yeah.
Many different shows that's covered her disappearance. She just proved back in 2006, but there's always new leads and new theories coming up.
Yeah. So basically, it was a 25-year-old girl going. Was she going to college?
No, she worked. She worked at Westgate Resorts in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And then and she lived by herself in these condominiums, and she was 25. And she was the type of person to always call her parents every day. Her parents said to her once, no matter what age she is, if she's 24 or 65, she always calls them and everything and answers their calls. And so one day, she didn't call anybody. She didn't call her boyfriend. Nobody heard from her, and so she just vanished.
She vanished. She literally, she was one of those very, very safe. Like you said, always on the phone. She just one morning was gone. She didn't show up for work. She didn't call her boyfriend on the way to work, and just disappeared. There's just so many strange things surrounding her disappearance, and she's never been found. It's a really intriguing one.
Yeah, we have some new theories too about what happens.
Well,
before we get into that,
yeah, what happened? I'll just tell you what happened was she didn't call her boyfriend in the morning, which she always does on the way to work.
Yeah,
talk in the car, and then when she was no call no show at work, and then she didn't show up for a meeting. So then her work tracked her down. And then the boyfriend was calling and leaving a voicemail, and they figured out something was wrong. So they notified the parents, and the parents went. They lived about 2 hours from her condo. Mm-hmm. They drove to her condo and found that she was not there, and her car was not there.
Yeah, so very weird.
Her car's not here. She's not here. So where is she?
Very weird. And then 2 days later, they found her car in kind of a sketchy, ghetto part of town. Kind of. And her car was there. There was a DVD player in it.
Yeah, nothing was stolen. They don't think that robbery was any of the motive because she had valuables in the car.
But her purse was missing and everything in her wallet. But yeah,
her cell phone.
There's a DVD player in there. And there was
definitely not a motive for robbery.
And in 2005, a DVD player was probably worth way more than now. So...
Well, the freakiest part about it is that the person discovered someone had called in a tip that the car had been sitting there for 2 days, and they'd recognized the description from the news, right?
Yeah.
And then they found out after going to the car that they had video surveillance at that apartment complex, which was about 1.5 miles or so away from where she lived, right? Mm-hmm. It's very close. And then so the other thing is in the car there was still pretty full of gas, so they determined that the car really hadn't been driven anywhere on a kind of joyride or anything. They just basically took it from her condo complex to the apartment complex, which is kind of a rough complex. So they figured it had just been driven from there to there, and they felt that they could use the video surveillance to figure out who the guy was. But it was the luckiest person of interest alive. The biggest fluke of luck was as he was captured in video camera. The posts in the fence blocked his face every time.
Because what it does is it doesn't take video continuously. It takes every 3 seconds. Right? So it's not like if it was taking a video continuously, they would have seen his face. Right. But every time they took a picture in the video every 3 seconds, his face was right at the gate, so you couldn't see it. You'd only really see his ear and back. You couldn't see his face.
There's no way to identify who it was. And he was wearing all white and black shoes, and they say that his pant leg was tied at the bottom with something. Mm-hmm. So either he was going to get on a bike, or they felt he was maybe a worker there who was cutting grass. Jennifer's apartment complex was undergoing major expansions and construction at the time, so there's a lot of construction workers around. There's so many suspects.
Kind of.
There's construction workers at her complex. Sometimes she'd have to let them in. They're watching her all the time. She had her boyfriend.
Her boyfriend wasn't really a suspect.
Well, this person was her ex-boyfriend, who apparently was.
Well, he was clear too.
But they're all clear. But at one point,
yeah.
So these are all potentially. So the current boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend, all the construction workers. She had a suitor at her job place. One of the managers at her work was trying to ask her out and sort of stalking her a little bit. And she kept pushing him off. So she had that guy. So there's so many people sort of lurking.
But a lot of them,
picture, right?
what was really weird is that all the suspects got cleared eventually because like the boyfriend had an alibi, and he was like they tested him out for a test one time and he was fine.
Yeah.
The ex-boyfriend had some alibi or something too, and then the manager at work. In the morning that she wasn't there, he was late for work, so that was pretty suspicious. But he actually was getting a speeding ticket, and he tore up the speeding ticket. And they got mad at officers. They arrested him.
Right.
So he was
he
was seen.
very good alibis.
Yeah, but the construction workers very fishy because afterwards, when the investigation was going on, and they went back to go question them, they were all gone.
Yeah. Well, because they felt they probably left because they were suspicious. Or
it turns out they were illegal. They were like illegal, and they had it was like impossible to track them down now. They were basically gone. And so that,
I think that she was targeted and followed, whether she was tipped off by some construction workers or whatever, but I think it was all planned, and people had a high on her for a while, and she was kidnapped and put into human trafficking.
I think she's dead for sure. They killed her.
Maybe by now, but I think at the time that she was kidnapped and targeted, and because I don't think someone just randomly attacked her, saw her and attacked her and like raped her and kidnapped her or whatever just because they wanted to. It's too
well. That's happened before.
I know, but if that was the case, they would have found her body. I mean, her body was they had cadaver dogs everywhere. They had scent dogs everywhere looking. They would have found her body. There would have been somewhere or something, right? But there's nothing.
Well, I think that they.
The other thing too that they said was that just around that time there was a known human trafficking ring working in that area.
Yeah.
So the
FBI closed it down.
Early mid-20s blonde girl, and I think that whoever that they targeted her, they waited for her outside of her place because if you look at the apartment complex where she was living, it's sort of like open air.
Picture of it in the description. I'll leave a picture to it.
Okay, and then it's stairwells, and anybody could get to the walkway right outside of her unit, right? It's just open air, and then it's blocked by stairs. No one can see, and apparently the apartment complex was half empty. Very few people were living there, right?
Yeah.
So it was under renovation, so there were very few people around to hear anything. Very few, and she was kind of an isolated area. The person or people waited for her outside of her condo. And then probably had a gun on her, held her at gunpoint, and said, "Okay, come with us." And basically said, walk in front of us and walk down, get in the car.
It's crazy. So hopefully this gets sold one day. It'd be really cool.
Here's the thing.
Interesting. See what happens.
They found her mace in her. That's one thing they found. One thing odd in her apartment was they found she always carries a can of mace with her. Right? They found it on the counter in the kitchen counter. So that was very odd. They can't quite understand how that is just a coincidence. Right?
That seems really.
My
really
theory
funny.
is that she came out. There's someone standing there holding a gunpoint. They said, "Get back in."
Yeah.
And then she went back in. They were holding her at gunpoint, and they said, "Okay, do you have a gun on you? What do you have on you?" And so she had to empty out her purse or a bit of her purse, and they left the mace there and said, "Okay, you're fine to go take your purse, your cell phone. Let's go. Come with us." Gunpoint. They walk her out to a van or a car, and then they put her in and go, and she's kidnapped.
I think my take is it was a construction worker and they went back in the house and put the mace there to like almost tease the police.
Do you think a construction worker randomly decided that day he was just going to attack her?
I think so.
What did he do?
That's happened before.
How did he attack her?
That's something. So I don't know. Maybe with a gun. Maybe some other thing. I don't know.
But you have to put her in a vehicle and get her body out of there, whether it's dead or alive.
Well, I think that what they did is they switched vehicles.
Oh, well, I don't think that her vehicle was ever touched. I think that the person took her, said, "Get into my car, get into this van," or whatever. They took her somewhere, and then they brought someone else back and said, "Okay, we have to get rid of the car. Let's move her car."
Yeah, she could have been trafficked, but
so that person thought, okay, probably lives in that complex, is my guess.
Yeah.
Right? And said, "Okay, I'm going to drive the car home, and then go, or was living or working at that apartment complex. Then I'm just going to drive the car there and go to work and go back to my place and not realizing that, hey, there's cameras there."
Yeah.
Obviously.
So there are our theories, what we think happened. It'd be cool. Not cool, but I think really good for the family and for people like wanting to know what happened to see what happens, in the future.
It's just a very odd unsolved mystery that she basically disappeared off the face of the earth, and then someone just moved her car, and there's on videotape, and they can't figure it out. It's just a very bizarre mystery.
Yeah, so there's
most people don't disappear off the face of the earth like that, right?
Yeah,
from their home, right? Because she got ready in the morning, she took a shower, she did everything, and then she basically. They theorize that something happened between her walking out her door and on the way to work. But I don't think she ever got into her vehicle. Like, I don't think she ever got into the car. I think she was long gone before she even got to her car. Yeah.
So those are our takes. There's another unsolved mystery for you guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment what your theories are. If you have anything that you know about the case. And I think that's all. Hopefully one day we'll get to solve this, and Elisa Lam will be solved one day.
One day.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time.